Hello, good day to you all. I'm Afzan, and I'm here with a tutorial on grading a crime scene. To create the atmosphere needed for scenes that are supposed to be criminal or police related, there are many ways we can do this. We can use different types of grading. One of the common techniques in Hollywood is the teal and orange look. Teal and orange grading. About 90% of Hollywood movies use this technique. I'm going to do this using CSD Colorist Base Transform and DaVinci Wide Gamut in DaVinci. Intermediate has been added so that this can be done, and I start by adding the initial nodes to R2S and R2P. The first thing you need to pay attention to is being able to restore the exposure of the highlights. I increase the value here, then I go to the curve, click on the edit anchor, and then I go to the section. I add it. In the next section, I proceed. I adjust the highlights and shadows from here on the panel, and I fine-tune this as well. In this section, I go to primary color details, and then to the light hues section. I bring back the shadows, and I go to the panel to pick either a subtle white hue or another tone. And from this specific section, I will now proceed to fine-tune and modify the visual clarity and sharpness precisely. In this section, I finalize it. I also adjust the contrast in the next section. I set the saturation and turn it off from there. The contrast adjustment worked really well here. Now let's pick a green tint and apply it to this footage. To apply. And in the next section, the size is increased and the saturation is adjusted accordingly. Now I move on to the next section. In this part, I adjust the density intensity as needed for your setup. I apply it. In this next crucial section, I will focus on the vibrant blues and warm oranges, so we can carefully adjust the blue-greens in addition. I do this with controlled smoothness. I set the saturation as needed and then move on to the next step and these kinds of effects. Now the first effect I want to apply is the vignette, so I add it and adjust its settings. I need to apply the vignette for the next effect. We move on. The next significant lighting effect that we will be adding is the captivating bit flare. It's been added quite subtly once again, and it blends in perfectly. For the next film and sound effect, we can use diffraction aperture and similar features. For the sections, we can achieve a better result this time by using different effects more effectively. We adjust the tone, tension, ratio, and anything else we need for this part. I set it to the amount that's needed. I edit the work, check it, adjust it the way we want, and increase the opacity a bit. We keep working on it, and later, if I want, I can even make the background blur. On this board, we can apply it from this part, or take direction from here, or use the radial, or take it from this board. This board's part is the center. I will now carefully click on the precise middle, and from this particular and important part of the interface, I will then proceed to initiate the next sequence of operations. I bring its direction to the layer for this effect. Here, I carefully stretch it out so that I absolutely do not accidentally apply another unwanted effect to it. I then smoothly exit from one particular node, and here I also meticulously adjust the overall contrast to achieve the desired visual outcome. I exit and apply another greenish effect, and in the last node I come to work on the video. I remove a lot of the fade part, and it needs to be balanced. That's it. Now in any shade of green I want, I can draw it. And you're in different scenes, you can create one and check out various accounts. The greenish account that exists, which relates to the scene's tone and overall look. You can review different films and add any accounts you need to your project. And very easily, with the help of any tool, you should be able to achieve the color work you want. And from your cartoon, you should pull out different layers. All you need is to have set a really good contrast so that the color easily fits into your cartoon. Pay attention to how these colors are placed in different parts of your cartoon. The last thing we want to look at here is also from the blade tone, and you can access it from this section. By adding a split tone, you can apply different tones to your card and easily achieve various results. You undoubtedly witnessed it, a truly remarkable occurrence. The precise figure we are discussing, which is quite significant, stands at 1062. This number represents a key piece of information that was observed. One of the interesting things you can do with your section is to keyframe the hue. In the timeline, you can adjust different parts of a video until the end of the project. And you can use this for your advertisements and other places where you want to tell stories. So you can have different looks for different scenes. This method also allows you to make changes so that one thing can be displayed in several different ways. It's very easy to do a lot of different things with this approach. Thank you for joining me in this tutorial. I hope you have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.